Hello, Angel here. Welcome to or back to my channel. Yeah, thank you for stopping by and spending some time with me. So today we're doing a VR to Toadstool Tarot, hashtag decks discovered through others. I've got quite a few, I've got to say. Yeah, quite a few decks I've discovered through other tarot tubers. Yeah, so we're going to jump straight in with the first set of decks. I think I've chosen, oh, can I say two for each person that's kind of inspired me? Decks I've seen on their channel. Two. Oh, wait, I'm babbling. Hold on. Wait. Let's just jump straight in. Okay, so the first tarot tuber that I started watching when I got involved in tarot was Simon from the Hermits Cave. And these decks I saw on Simon's channel. These are soul cards. Soul cards 1 and 2. I think this is 1, I think this is 2. Yeah, and I really liked and appreciated them because they didn't have any kind of keyword or guidebook. You know, it was pretty much just your intuition. Whatever you see, whatever sparks your intuition that day when you pull that card, is the message that you'll then receive. And I really appreciated that, actually, to be honest. So yeah, I purchased these cards, and these cards were the cards I actually used at the beginning of my ancestral practice. So, you know, a lot of these cards have got some really important, deep and sentimental meanings to me, actually, to be honest, in connection with my ancestors. Yeah. So I think, if I remember correctly, someone mentioned that I think these were the first cards that they used for divination. If I'm not remembering incorrectly here. Yeah, but I've just found the artwork so haunting. So yeah. So those were the first decks, or the first set of decks. Simon at the Hermits Cave was also the person that inspired me to purchase this beauty. This is the Mary L Tarot. This is the second edition, edged in silver, mass market deck. I don't show this very much on my channel, and to be honest, I don't use it very much either. I think I'm a little bit intimidated by this deck. It's still in order. I have used it, but if you've watched my channel for any number of time, you'll know that when a deck goes out of rotation, I put it back in order. So yeah, I think I'm intimidated by this deck because it just feels so deep. And I think it's, I feel like I'm intimidated by this one as I am by the Thoth Tarot. I think I just need to get over myself and just dive into the deck, just dive into the images. As mentioned, I have read with this one previously. It's not a deck that I read intuitively. It's a deck that I always go to the guidebook for. And I absolutely adore the art style. I remember I saw it really early on in my tarot journey. And I held off buying it for quite a while because I was thinking, you know, that's just, this feels way too advanced for me. And it still feels advanced for me, if I'm honest. But yeah, one day I'm just going to get over myself and just dive into it. And you know, that day could be closer than we think. So watch this space. So thank you to Simon at the Hermits Cave for the inspiration to purchase both decks. Okay, we're moving on to the next tarot tuber that inspired these purchases. Okay, so the next tarot tuber is Meg at, oh no, Rose Honey Ritual. I always forget their channel name. Apologies. This is the Tantric Dakini Oracle. This is a deck I'm using this month. I've used it, you know, a bit now and again, but you know, nothing concrete. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this one as well. This deck has called to me to be used for chakra work that I'm working with this month, and I'm feeling really cool to use it with the Kali Oracle. by Alana Fairchild, and even the Yoga Tarot. I'm also feeling a bit of a call to use it with the Lilith Tarot. So we're going to see how that pans out this month. I just really felt drawn to it when Meg was showing it on their channel. This is a mass market deck. I think this is quite an old Oracle deck, but don't quote me on that. I'm not 100%. So yeah. Let's take a couple more cards. And then I've got one more from Meg at Rose Honey Ritual. So the next one I saw on Meg's channel, it kind of was like I should stop watching these people's channels, that I'm not, I don't get inspired. But I'm not going to do that because that's just nincompoopery. This is the Journey to Enlightenment Tarot, also a mass market deck. These are the backs. I've edged mine in blue. Love, love, love this artwork. This sits on my self-love altar. It's always in rotation, although I don't use it every single day. I don't use it every single week, but it's never in order. I don't put it back in order. It's always in rotation in some way, and it's always sitting in my tarot cart, which I feel I kind of need to do a bit of a tour of that tarot cart, the infamous tarot cart, because I talk about it quite often. I've never showed it. I'm not sure how that video would pan out really. If you're interested in seeing that, drop a comment in the comment section, and I'll see, and I'll do my best to, to kind of cover one of those videos and do a bit of a tour. I'm kind of, when I pulled this deck out, and I was thinking about the Dakini, the Tantric Dakini deck as well, I was wondering if these two would pair well together. They are very, very busy. I don't deny that. But I've got a bit of a cheeky, sneaky need to put them together. Ooh, do I dare? I do, because I'm a rebel like that. I'm going to do that in a wee second. I love the art style in this. It feels chaotic is the wrong word. Busy is not enough. I can't think of a great word. If I come up on a great word in editing, I'll put it on the screen. But it's not busy and it's not chaotic. The guidebook is amazing. I really, really like it. I tend to always go to the guidebook for this deck because the guidebook is so good, I think. And I don't actually tend to pair this deck, actually, thinking about it now. I tend to just pull it by itself, which probably is because there's so much happening within the images. I'm going to be a bit of a cheeky monkey now, and I'm gonna pair these two together, because why not? Okay, here we go. So this is the Tantric Dakini. I'm not promising anything. So we've got Totally Bananas and Strength. I've never come across this card before. Recall and Memories with the Lovers. This is quite interesting. This almost feels like shells here. That's interesting, with the shells going on here. Interesting. Slay the Ego and the Star. Got this crown going on here. Cosmic Carrot. I mean, why not? And the Chariot. The Journey to Enlightenment Tarot feels very cosmic, with the backgrounds. Well, it feels cosmic to me in any case. Shiva, the Pillar of Fire, and the Seven of Cups. I'm kind of wondering now, Solar Return and the Tower. Ooh, I'm kind of feeling a bit drawn to these two. Just passing through with the Emperor. Okay, let's just take three more. Transformation with the Two of Wands. Now, I do appreciate there's a lot going on in both of the cards, but there's something tugging at me. Castles in the Clouds with Queen of Wands. Okay, let's take the last one. Eternal Life and the Three of Wands. Oh, I'm kind of feeling it. I'm feeling it. I know I said one last one. Wheel of Great Time. I've gotten this 4 times today. I've been doing tarot videos all afternoon, and 4 times I've stumbled accidentally upon or pulled the wheel card. You know, what can I say? Anyway, Wheel of Great Time and 8 of Pentacles. Sorry, that was a tangent. Oh, okay. Intriguing, very intriguing. I'm kind of feeling a need to play with those. Ooh, and do a bit of a reading. Why not? Okay, so that was Meg from Rose Honey Ritual. Moving on to the next tarot tuber. Okay, so this next couple of decks were purchased because of three people. 3 girls, 1 deck, and their channel. If you haven't seen their channel or their videos, go and take a look. It's fantastic. It feels like you're sitting there chatting with your friends about tarot. It's amazing. Heather, Sarah, and Julie. I'll link their channels in the description. This is Tarot de la Nuit. And these are the bags. I finished mine in black. Mass market deck. This was a deck I found on a Facebook buy sell trade group, and I was kind of thinking about purchasing it. I saw Julie with it, I think. Julie was talking about it on 3 Girls 1 Deck, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. It feels, you know, a bit not spooky but mystical and not fae-like, but yeah, a bit cosplay, a bit fantasy. I just thought it was really cool. So when I saw it up on the Facebook page, the Facebook page, the buy sell trade page, I was like, oh yes, please, I'm going to do it. So I did. I purchased it, brought it home, and I really enjoyed working with it. And I actually paired this deck with the what's it called? What's the deck called? I'm totally drawing a blank. With the dolls with the big eyes and the big heads. I'm going to put the name on the screen because I can't think of it. I used it with that deck and it was really great. No, name's got completely gone. It's got purple gilding. Oh, dynamite, my brain. Anyway, I used those 2 together and they were really great. I used whatever that deck's called on the screen now, more as an oracle than a tarot with this pairing. Loved it. Anyway, so that's that one. So yes, thank you to Julie from 3 Girls 1 Deck. Same channel. This one was Sarah's. I'm not going to say Sarah's fault because it wasn't her fault. I'm thankful, but it was the way that Sarah spoke about this deck on the channel that really sold it to me. This is the Pasta Tarot, mass market. Oh, this is so fantastic. I had a major love affair with this. This was my wild card deck in, I want to say August, but don't quote me on that. This was such a fruity, spicy, cheeky deck to work with. Loved every minute of it. Absolutely adore the colour palette, and I really like the cardstock. It's like, it's textured, which I know some people don't like, but I really like it. Yeah, and it just felt really sassy. Did I say that? I'm not sure if I used that word, but it did. When I was reading with it and using it, it was just really sassy, and I love that about this deck. It's not back in order yet because I've kind of been, it's been sitting on my cart still, and I've been pulling it out every so often because I like it. I really enjoy working with it. There are some name changes on the suits, but you know, that was fine. I just looked at the guidebook, or you know, by using it more often, obviously, you know, you get to learn the suits, so that wasn't a problem. So yes, thank you to Sarah from 3 Girls 1 Deck for that one. That was a great purchase. Okay, let's move that one out of the way. Next tarot tuber, who should we go to now? Okay, so this is quite a clever lead-in, actually. Well, you know, clever, hoo. This is the Kawai Tarot. Now, I'm going to thank 2 tarot tubers for this one. Heather from 3 Girls 1 Deck showed this deck, as well as Candy from Candy Soul and Soil. Now I saw Heather show it first and I was like, oh, like my eyes, you know, like lit up and, you know, and I was like, ooh. And then I saw it on Candy's channel and I was like, yeah, bye, 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 bye. So I did. So this is the Kawai Tarot. It's a mass market deck. Very, very beautiful. Very playful. Quite a nurturing deck, I would say, actually, to be honest. I just love it. I love the colour palette. And it's one of those decks that I go to when I've kind of been working with maybe some more or some tougher work, maybe some like shadow work, or like, for instance, October was a very tough month, you know, with my jaded self work that I was doing. So this kind of deck is like a palette cleanser, and it's just, you know, I like the colours. It's like it gives me a gentle, nurturing space to work with tarot. So for that reason, I really, really like this deck. And I wouldn't say that I'm particularly a cutesy kind of person, but when I saw this deck on with Heather and with Candy, I don't know, I was just like, oh, I totally need that in my life. But I would definitely say that this is the only cutesy kind of deck I own. Would I say that? Wait, would I say that? I'm just thinking about my tarot shelf. Yeah, I would definitely say this is the only cutesy tarot deck. And I'm not intending to purchase any others, she says. Lead me not into temptation, for I'm perfectly capable of finding the way myself. That's all I'm going to say to that one. Okay, that was the Kawai Tarot. So that was kind of thanks to Heather and Candy. This one was definitely thanks to Candy. This is the Rebel Heart Tarot. This is also a mass market deck. I saw this on Candy's channel, fell in love with it, and then I recently moved apartments, and I used this deck for the new energy reading of my new space. This is the deck I use for that, and I use this in conjunction with the Earth Blessings Oracle cards, I think they're called. Amazing, amazing combination of decks. They kind of won me over straight away. And I feel this really feels earthy to me, this deck. But like, obviously, you know, vibrant, but still quite a down to earth, grounded kind of deck. All the readings I've received have been that way in any case. So this is another one that's in that infamous tarot card. So thank you very much to Candy at Candy Soul and Soil. Love this. 2 more. Love this. No more. Okay, next, Tarot Tuber. How about let's go with Lisa Papez. Sounds like a plan. Okay, so this is the Naked Heart Tarot. This was definitely a Lisa Made Me Do It deck. This was one of the first animal decks. I class this an animal deck. It's got very strong animal energy in it. And this is one of the first animal decks that I purchased. And I would say this is one of the only animal decks that I've actually connected with. I used it a lot at the beginning of my practice. I haven't used it so much recently, but I do really appreciate the white space around the images. I love that. I think this is the 3rd edition, but don't quote me on that. Let's have a quick look. Let me see if I can flip some cards and let you know at the same time. Doobie-doo. Love this. Love this. This is from 2019. Oh, this is the 3rd edition, yeah, from 2019. I really like the guidebook. I love the bison energy in this. I really resonate with the bison. It's like, I would class it as my animal ally energy. Yeah, really like it. I should totally get this out more. Why don't I have this out more? This is the great thing about doing these kind of videos. You know, you kind of rediscover decks that have been in your collection for a while. So yeah, 2 more. Yeah. The next one is Lisa almost made me do it. She almost made me do it, but not quite. I saw an excellent video that Lisa had on her channel about a new tarot deck that come into her collection called the Flow Tarot. It was an indie deck. And at that time, I was supposed to be saving money because I was going on holiday. So I didn't want to spend out on an indie deck. So for once I found my character, and I did not purchase that indie deck, although it was totally, totally beautiful, and I would still love to own it, but you know, you never know, never say never. But anyway, so I got myself onto Amazon and I found this deck instead. So this, as Lisa usually says, scratch the itch for the Flow Tarot. This is the the Sea Soul Journeys Oracle cards. Mass market. Amazing. Amazing. When I first purchased this deck, I used it. It was it was quite, I'm going to say generic, but I don't mean that in a negative way. I used it with all different tarot decks. It just went with everything. It was really versatile. And then it kind of fixed its position in my collection within my inner child work. And now I use it with the Tower of Oneness, and even with the healing, what's it called? The healing, I'm going to put the name on the screen. I can't think what the name is of that oracle deck. But those 3 together, chef's kiss. Really like the keywords, and I really like the key phrase underneath. I think the images are beautiful. I don't live near the sea or near the ocean, but this totally gives me like obviously a watery vibe. Yeah, I just really enjoy it. And I think the key words and the key phrases are a great jumping off point. I even think the guidebook is really good. Just to give you a bit of a quick flash of the guidebook, let's see if I can open the box and grab the guidebook. Got my cheeky kitty cat sitting behind me, keeping me company. So this is the guidebook. The backs, I don't know if I showed you the backs. Did I show you the backs? They've got 4 different backs. And you've got like 4 different suits almost. I'm sure you've seen this deck before, but I'm just going to give you a bit of an insight into it. You've got, let's just see here. So you've got 4 themes. You've got self-compassion, letting go, moving forward, gratitude and awe. And on every image, in every description, you've got like a little thumbnail. You've got the keyword, the key phrase. You've got a reflection, a blessing, and a mantra, which I think is really great. So yeah, definitely recommend this deck. Lisa almost made me do it, but she didn't. Can I say that? Too late, I already have. That was that one. We've got 2 more. These 2. We're moving on to the next tarot tuber, and the next tarot tube would be Dawn Michelle. Let's jump in with the next decks. Okay, so now I could be completely incorrect about this, but I'm pretty sure it was Dawn Michelle that got me onto this deck. If not, then it was Lisa Papez. So, you know, apologies if that's not the case. It was either Lisa Papez or Dawn Michelle. This is the Textured Tarot. Beautiful deck. This one is in order because it's out of rotation. It has been for quite a while. Let's do this. Love these cards. I think the Magician card pretty much swung it for me for this deck. It's also the Devil card really sold me in on purchasing this deck. I know a lot of people have a bit of a problem with the card stock. I don't riffle shuffle this deck. I only overhand shuffle. But the artwork is gorgeous. And I do actually find this one quite an intuitive reader. I love this Hermit Cave. Here we go, I'm back on Simon's channel, sorry. I love this Hermit card. I love the crone energy going on here. just think it's beautiful. Let's see if we can show the devil card coming up in a second. This gives me, I don't know why, I'm just having a bit of a, what's the word? I don't know. Anyway, this reminds me of Cruella de Vil. I don't know why. Don't ask me. Anyway, this is the devil card that I love. I love this. I don't know if you can see this kind of, I'm assuming it's a reflection, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's a picture, but this totally makes me think of a reflection, which obviously if you look in the mirror, it's your own reflection. That's really interesting. And I really appreciate this the Tower card, sorry. Love it, but I love the Tower card anyway in any deck. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. Yeah, the only deck I have a bit of trouble with, the only suit, I have a bit of trouble with is the Pentacles. And that's because they're so similar in colour. I mean, obviously you've got this colour palette running through the whole of the suit, which makes sense. But it just feels so similar. The images, for some reason, in the Pentacle suit feel blurry to me. But that's just probably just my eyes because, you know, I'm an old lady. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. And this totally reminds me of, oh, no. What's that person's name? I'm totally drawing a blank. Oh, Lord, I'll put the name on the screen. Anyway, yes, I love it. I love this deck. So that's the Textured Tarot, which I think now thinking back, in hindsight, I'm thinking it's probably Lisa that put me onto that deck. Anyway, this next one is definitely a Dawn Michelle made me do it. Well, she didn't make me do it, but I just decided to do it anyway. But I saw this deck on Dawn Michelle. No, yes. Wait, let me take a breath. Let me just relax for a wee second. Okay. Dawn Michelle's channel, Hoods Tarot. This is a out of print deck, unfortunately, and I come across it totally by accident on the eBay. And when I saw it on eBay, what's the word I'm looking for? The auction, the title on the auction, tarot, had been spelled incorrectly. They had spelt it tarot without a T, T-A-R-O. And they hadn't put the name of the actual deck in the auction title. So anybody searching for this tarot deck would not have found it because obviously there was no name of the tarot in the deck. Does that make sense? So I was really lucky to get my sticky little mitts on this one, to be honest. And I'd seen it on Dawn Michelle's channel and I really liked it. And I like this kind of gives me like a, I've said it before in one of my videos, I do junk journaling. You know, kind of, and like collages in junk journals and things like that. And this totally gives me a collage junk journal kind of feel. And I don't mean that in any kind of negative way at all. And I believe in the guidebook, which I don't actually have, but I'm sure that Dawn Michelle mentioned it on their channel, about the way this deck had been created. And there had been like old maps or old wait, I can't think. I'm going to see if I can find the video. I'm going to try and link the video for you in the description box, and I'm going to try and write something on the screen for what I'm trying to say. I don't want to say it in case I've remembered it incorrectly. I'm going to go back to that video and watch the screen for the info. And this is a good example of what I was going to say and dare not, because I could be wrong. So yeah, don't tend to be a kind of oldie worldy kind of deck person, but I really like this one, I've got to say. So yeah, that was it. That was my last deck. So there we go. Those were the decks that have been inspired by other people. And you know, I don't regret. Do I regret a single one? No, I really don't. I really don't. I definitely need to work more with the Mary L. I need to, you know, stop being so nervous or intimidated by that deck and just jump in and use it. But apart from that, no, the other ones have been, you know, they're all very, very welcome additions to my collection. So yeah, what say you? I would love to know if there's been any tarot tubers that have kind of inspired any decks that you've purchased in your collection. Let me know in the comment section, I'd love to know. Otherwise, I'm going to wish you a lovely morning, afternoon or evening. You know the drill. Take care. Thank you so much for watching and spending time with me, and I really hope to see you in the next video. Toodaloo!